I just want you to listen to the hate, the anger. Now, Israel invaded or they attacked Iran today, right? Oh, they made a big deal out of it. They killed every important person in the military, whether it's cybersecurity or their nuclear program. Every important scientist and general that Iran had, Israel killed them all this morning. They just killed all of them today. And then they attacked their military structures all over their country. And Israel says they're not done. They're going to continue this operation will last at least 2 weeks in Iran. That's today. And the great mighty Jew, the great mighty hypocrite, the great mighty, all white people are angels and everybody else are devils and demons, Mark Levin decided to go on Fox today and tell you how much he hates the world. And if the world would just do what they tell him to do, the world would be a happier place. Really? I can't tell, because we're here in this country, right? As African Americans, we've been here for hundreds of years. And you know what? When we're peaceful with whites, I don't see them being nice to us. I don't see them wanting books in our schools, wanting us to get educated. I don't see them wanting us to get jobs. I don't even see them wanting us to employ each other. They're going after people right now just for hiring African Americans. You know, African American gets a high position, says, hey, are there any blacks that are qualified? And somebody hears them say that or something, and then here come white people to sue because we're hiring black people. I mean, seriously, you have to ask yourself the question. They think the world would just be a better place if everybody would just get on their knees and just do whatever the fuck they tell them to do. But listen to this hate.
Iran's foreign ministry
hold on a minute.
Hold on. Without the coordination and without the approval of the U.S. The IDF says most high command was killed.
Moto Z3.
Including several of the highest-ranking military commanders. We do expect the number of military officials killed.
A good thing. He's still telling the Iranians, hey, if you want to live, we're
Iran's foreign ministry firing back today, claiming that this could not have been carried out without the coordination and without the approval of the U.S. The IDF says most of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps high command was killed while gathering in an underground headquarters, including several of the highest-ranking military commanders. We do expect the number of military officials killed to grow in the coming hours as we get more information about how all of this was carried out this morning. We also know that Iran says as many as 6 nuclear scientists were killed in these attacks. In response, Iran launched as many as 100 drones towards Israel. All of those were able to be struck down not only by the IAF, the Air Force, with these fighter jets trying to take down those drones, but also some of the drones that were fired into Jordan's airspace were shot down by their government as well. Guys, back to you.
Alex Hogan, thank you so much. So for more on this, let's bring in the host of Life, Liberty, and Levin, Mark Levin, joins us now. Great to see you this morning. Just overall, sir, what is your sort of view of what we're watching on our TV this morning?
Well, the view of what we're watching is, Charlie, you mentioned America first. For 4 months, I've been told this is warmongering and neocons who want to drag the United States into a war. I've been telling people you must trust President Trump. He has said no nukes, and that's that. Netanyahu has said no nukes, and that's that. And they do this because these are men who believe in peace. These are men who understand that the Islamist Nazis that run Tehran will use those nuclear weapons against us. Why? Because they've said so over and over again. In our country.
Hold on. You know, I thank God we live in the United States. We don't have any power. The people of the United States, right? But the one thing we do have, thank God, is the ability to complain. That's about our freedom of speech here in this country evolves around us going on social media and complaining. That's the only real rights we have in this country. The right to vote. We got the right to vote and we got the right to complain. And that's it. I'm here to tell you, man, people are not saying very much about the fact that these are bullies. This country it's the equivalent of giving a bully the powerfulest weapons, and then the bully goes around just fucking with people and killing people. That's these people. That's what they're into. They're into killing people, creating hardships for people, making it harder for people to get jobs or work, or incarcerate them and then make money off incarcerating people. This country specializes in going to other people's land, taking their fucking land by force, taking their natural resources and pimping them while they're over in their own land with goddamn flip-flops on. People thousands of miles away over here are living in fucking mansions. That's these people. There's one African leader, I think it's I don't know how to pronounce it. There's an African nation right now, and the leader decided, hey, he wants to strip all the mineral rights away from all of these Western people so that Africans can better themselves, right? Just the mere fact that he's doing that. Now, they've tried to kill him a dozen times already. Trump right now is threatening him right now. I'm like, wait a minute. So when you say, well, if you just obey them and just be nice and everything, then they're going to love you back. No, these people don't love. Their idea of love is taking all of your wealth from you, and then while they're rich and you don't have shit, and while they have weapons and you don't have any weapons, and then they say, okay, we're nice and peaceful now. That's them. Israel has attacked every nation around them. Maybe not. Yeah, let me get that back. Maybe Egypt and Jordan are getting a break. Egypt and Jordan. But everybody else, Israel's attacked all of them. So explain to me, how come Israel hasn't tried to create some type of, what do they call it? Some kind of trade, some type of trade business, contracts with some of their neighbors that are over there living in the desert that are poor. Israel only stands now because the United States made them rich. The United States gave them technology to make them deserts fertile lands. The government over here gives them billions of dollars a year to sustain themselves and to continue to advance their education and their military might. That's the only reason why these people are even great. They wouldn't be shit without the United States. Let's keep it 100 here. And right now, even as they attack Iran, Trump is saying, you better not do nothing. Iran, you better not do nothing. We got all these naval ships out here. And hold on, listen to Mark Levin. They're going to brag. Hold on. Oh, he's talking shit.
People remember 9/11. They remember the Islamist fundamentalist ideology. We hear them talking about wanting to destroy the United States and the West.
Hold it. All the people from 9/11 were from Saudi Arabia. We're not fucking with Saudi Arabia. Now, I know someone will say, oh, you're anti-Semitic. No, I'm not anti-Semitic. This is the United States. This is all we got in the United States, is the ability to complain, or to at least tell our points of views about things going on in the world. That doesn't mean you hate people. That means we'll say, hey, this is how I see it. I'm a citizen here. I vote in this country. I'm a United States citizen, and I don't agree with this particular perspective at all. We're not fucking with Saudi Arabia, and all them terrorists came out of Saudi Arabia from 9/11. So I'm just listen to the hate this man has for these. This is horrible.
And when you have responsible commander-in-chief and a responsible cabinet that pay attention to those things, rather than isolationist ideology, media reports, and Democrats who side with the Islamists, it's really quite repulsive. Now, I would warn people, this is just the beginning. Iran still has some power.
Hold up. Democrats are not siding with terrorists. Democrats just see a bully when we see one. These Republicans are bullies, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. They've seized power, and this time, they took all power. That's why I say these protests tomorrow should not go forward. Trump has this. You've given this bully all power. Why would you do these protests on his birthday when he's having a military parade and all that? And then you're going to do these protests in 150 locations? That, my friends, is the definition of an insurrection. So I'm thinking this is all planned and set up. Black people, African Americans, do not participate in this shit. We can sit back and say white people are bullies, white people are wrong, which they are. But don't get your ass out there in no fucking protest. Don't do it, because we're the ones they want to fuck with in the first place. So let's keep, we're the lowest hanging fruit. How about that? One thing they hate the most is the fact that descendants of slaves are having jobs that they're getting paid to work. They just assume we work for free again. So let's keep it 100 here. I can't believe he fixed his lips to say the shit he's saying. This is insane. Just listen to the hate this guy has.
Iran's not going to roll over, but Iran will be dealt with, and that's pretty clear. I would also say let's look at the tea leaves here. A lot of questions today about Marco Rubio's statement, and is the United States separated from Israel? No, the United States is not separated from Israel. They're walking lockstep, the United States and Israel. We still have about 20% of the United States Navy in the region. It hasn't moved 1 inch. We have massive firepower there that's on a war footing alert. Now, why do you think that is? Number one. Number two, why do you think when you really look at Rubio's statement, he's warning the Iranians? Basically, you touch one hair on one American, you're going to feel the wrath not only of the powerful, underestimated, unbelievable warriors of Israel, but the most powerful military on the face of the earth that is sitting there and watching you. That would be the United States. I would ask the American people to continue to pray for the good guys, to continue to pray for our soldiers, the IDF.
Hold on. I want to know, when has Israel been good to anyone? I'm asking the question. When has Israel been good to anyone? When have these Republicans been good to anyone? All they seem to want to do is take books out of schools, defund education, put people in prisons. They don't, first-time offenders, they don't have any desire at all for the world to be a better place. I just, some of this, look, I'm glad to be an American, but damn it, these people are just evil. Just fucking evil. I don't know any way to put, they can make themselves the saints because they don't have felonies. They don't have felonies only because they're the ones with the goddamn authority. And authority people don't get prosecuted very often. These people are fucking evil. They're just evil, man. I don't know. What can you say? What do they want? I mean, the world's never stood up and just say, hey, we need to ask you people, what do you want? You invade every country you can. You steal natural resources from every land in every country you go to or encounter. You kill everyone that doesn't, or incarcerate everyone that doesn't agree with you. What do you actually want? You claim to be Christians, but you have none of the Christian principles whatsoever. None of them. You don't love anybody, let alone your neighbor. You don't have none of the attributes of the fruit of the Spirit. None of the stuff you claim you believe. None of it. You all are blatantly evil. I'm thinking, no. You got to ask yourself the question, why are they the way they are? And so I want to do a study on the history of these people. I want to know when they began to be barbaric, because I'm curious about it. What do they really believe? Because I was looking at I probably shouldn't do this. See, if I do this, somebody's going to call me all kinds of shit, right? But see, I've been looking around a little bit, and, damn, I shouldn't do this, man. I hate it. But these are the websites that these people are going to, bro. And I know, this is just one of the websites. Adam, the first white man. Adam, and then the Hebrew word for Adam means white man. This is the stuff they're reading. It means ruddy complexion, to show blood in the face. Now that is true. That is true. If you go to the Hebrew, that is what that word means, right? But now they change to transparent white skin. The skin of black and yellow races is not transparent, nor is it with mongrels. These are the language that they're using. These are the websites they're going to. They're calling everyone else mongrels, and it goes on and on and on about everything was for white people. So the Creator, when you do or say something embarrassing, your subconscious rushes excess blood to your face. The colored races, not having been endowed with God's Spirit, have no abstract sense of right and wrong, consequently are never embarrassed. In other words, non-whites don't feel ashamed, don't get embarrassed, don't have remorse, but white people have remorse, get embarrassed, get ashamed, and white people love everybody. Everyone else are just evil. This is the shit that they're reading, right? This is crazy. But anyway, hold on. This website is IsraelECT.com. So you can look that up for yourself if you want to. And here's another one here. Here's another one of their websites. These are their websites now. What national? Since the Bible's theme, the white race, since the Bible's theme is the white race, now I want you to listen to the language that's been said here. Since the Bible's theme is the white race, individuals are not dealt with except according to their rank within the racial nation. Neither the Old or the New Testament is about individual salvation, but they are both filled to overflowing about salvation of God's Adamic Israel, the white race. In other words, even when the Bible says there's salvation, really the Bible is talking about is salvation for the white race, those that show blood in their face. This is what they're reading. This national message has been hidden by the sophisticated ceremonettes from the ministry. This is crazy, man. This is crazy, 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 crazy. I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That is in the Bible, you know. That is in the Bible, you know. No, hold on. Let me tell you what this website is, so you don't think I'm making shit up. You go to here, truthfromgod.com, articles, white _ western _ man.htm or whatever, right? And read the shit about you. It's about the white Western man, and he's chosen by God, and all this stuff about the white race. They even have their own Bible in here. That's it's the Bible, but it is interpreted according to their translation. This is the kind of stuff that they're reading, man. This is crazy, bro. Whoa. Do not go into the way of the Gentiles, but rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And they just feed themselves with all this shit, right? How much more racial could it be? Biblical examples of legion, but nothing could be simpler. This is the book of the generations of Adam, the white race. Man, this is, I'm telling you. You want to know how come they believe what they believe? These interpretations are actually, there's some legitimacy to the way they are interpreting this Bible. There is some legitimacy to the way they're. In other words, if you go to the original Hebrew, most of the things that they're coming up with are in the Bible. But some of them are just misrepresentations. But a lot of this stuff is actually true. So anyway, This is crazy. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. To me, this is crazy. I'm saying, you want to know, these people are just evil. And sometimes you wonder, what do they want? Yes, what do you want from everyone else? Why don't you take the people that you enslaved and give them reparations and a piece of land on their own? How come they're not doing that? How come they're not taking the land for themselves and just living their best life? Why is it they have to go all over the world? I'll tell you why they're going all over the world, taking over. Because the Bible said in the book of Genesis, be fruitful and multiply and subdue the earth. And that he gave them authority over all the animals and and they're quoting this stuff as if God is talking to the white Adam and everybody else is supposed to be subdued. Everybody else is supposed to be used, and they are supposed to subdue everyone else and take over. This is their doctrine, and there's some Bible to back that up. So anyway, I'm saying they are beyond hate. They're beyond hate. You remember that story in the book of Genesis where there's some people that said, hey, let's be nice to each other. Let's marry each other's women and take us wives, and let's grow together on this land together and be friends. And Israel said, okay, the only way we can do that, all of our men over here are circumcised. So the only way we can do that is if all your men get circumcised too. So all of the men of those people got circumcised, as the Bible says. And when the men were hurting after being circumcised, then Israel went in and killed all the men. That's these people. All right.